Hello, welcome to this lesson in After Effects. In this lesson, I'm going to show you how to animate a path. Before we get started, though, I wanted to point a few things out to you in case you notice any differences from the last timeline. What I did was I changed our timeline duration to 5 seconds, and I renamed it Snowman in the Stars, and I made sure that it started at 0. Because previously when I created the composition, I imported based on the file, which was this snowman video. So it had retained the original title for that, and it had retained its original duration of 10 seconds. So I just want to show you how you change a composition if you imported it a certain way and then you want to change it later. You just go up to Composition at the top of the panel, and you click on Composition Settings, and here you can rename the composition. You can put in a different start time. You can put in a different duration. So in case you're looking at it and saying, wait, that looked different last time, that's what happened, and that is how you change it by going into this Composition Settings panel. Okay, so let's get started now in animating a path. In the previous lesson, we added a wiggle path to a star. And now we're going to add a pucker and bloat path to a star so that it gradually changes from a star to a snowflake-like flower that's going to land in this flower pot eventually. To do this, we start off at 0 in the timeline. We make sure no layers are selected here in the timeline. And we're going to choose the star tool. Again, click on rectangle, then click Q on your keyboard until you come to the star symbol. And once again, if I had one of these layers selected, it would create a mask and not a shape. So we want to be sure nothing's selected down here. So I'm going to draw a new star up here in the right of our composition. Then I'm going to go into the fill color box. I'm going to change the color to white. Now I'm going to go into the stroke color box, and this time I'm going to change the color to red. And actually I'm going to type in exactly the red color I want. So red is going to be 247, green is going to be 31, and blue is going to be 7. And we'll click OK. So now you see the stroke box up here has gone from not having any stroke at all to having a red stroke, and we're going to leave it at 2px. Okay, so let's go to Shape Layer 1 in the timeline, click on it, click on Return or Enter, and we're going to rename this layer Falling Star. Click or Enter. Okay, now with this layer selected, go down to the Add word here, click the triangle next to it, and this time we're going to add Pucker and Bloat to this layer. Let's expand the Pucker and Bloat 1 properties, and we're going to change the amount to 0, because when the star first is on screen, we don't want any pucker and bloat, so that's 0. And then we'll click the stopwatch, and that creates an initial keyframe. Now we'll go to 4 seconds in the timeline, and here we're going to change the amount of the pucker and bloat to a big number. We'll go 300 because we want it to look almost snowflake-like. And click Enter or Return, and you see what's happened to the star. It's kind of like a snowflake or a falling star. And that automatically created a second keyframe in the timeline. So we're going to leave it here for this lesson, but in the next lesson, I'm going to show you how to animate and the position and scale of this flower. Thank you for watching. Please tune in again next time.